So what exactly is a CDN and how does it work? Well, let me kind of explain the basics so you can get an understanding of what a CDN does, why it's beneficial, and whether or not it makes sense to use one for your website. So for this example, we're going to look at Cloudflare, which is a CDN that I tend to use quite a lot. I've made some videos in the past about it, and I'll link up a video where it shows you how to set it up. So that way, if you want to set Cloudflare up on your website using their CDN, you can. So what a CDN does in basic terms is it takes your website and distributes it across multiple servers all around the world. So here's a picture on Cloudflare's website where they show a diagram of kind of how a CDN works. So if this server right here is where your website was being hosted in the United States, and say somebody in Alaska was trying to visit your website, instead of them having to pull the website all the way from the United States, which will take some time and essentially cause the website to load slowly, instead, your website is saved on a bunch of different servers around the world. One of them up here, up north of the US, I believe this is in Canada somewhere. Regardless. So instead of having to pull the site all the way from the US, the mainland US, they could just pull the website from a server that's close to their location, which essentially allows the website to load more quickly. And there's some other features as well. So if you think, if somebody, all the way across the world is trying to load your site, instead of having to pull that data all the way from the US, they can just load it from a server in the country that they are in. This also is beneficial if the server in the US goes down for whatever reason, or gets taken down by hackers or whatever the situation is. People will still be able to pull your website from these servers that are distributed all across the world. So it adds a level of uptime security, I guess you could say, to where even if something happens on the server where your site is being hosted, people will still be able to access your website. And that brings me to this next diagram on Cloudflare, where they explain a little bit more about how their software, which is a CDN, but it also is it uses the cloud to prevent hackers and attackers from getting to your website. So they have this nice, beautiful shield here that their Cloudflare servers put up, essentially. And it's an intermediary between website traffic, meaning people that are trying to visit your website, and your website itself, the server that your website is hosted on. So they can block people before they get to your website if it looks like it's malicious activity. So say it's a hacker or an attacker, they try to get to your website, it's going to get blocked by Cloudflare. And same thing with bots and crawlers that are trying to scan your website for security, for essentially ways that they can hack into your website. It's just going to block that traffic before it actually gets to your server. So they can't get to your website and take it down. So not only does your CDN, or a CDN, in this case Cloudflare, not only will it distribute your website across servers across the world and make it load faster for people all over the place, but it also gives you a level of security by having an intermediary between the traffic and your actual server. So it's just an added layer of protection. It helps speed up the website. And in general, it's a great idea to use Cloudflare because they have a free plan that you can get set up. And again, I'll leave the link down in the description where you can watch a previous video where I show you exactly how to set up Cloudflare. So I hope that was helpful. If there's anything you have questions about, feel free to drop them down in the comments below. I'll be sure to answer them there. And until next time, take care.